management applications in the cloud. How do you get your employees to use them? Welcome to Firing Line. I'm Bill Kutik. Critical change management can start before implementation. Today, you're going to hear one executive's experience with talent management applications that could help you. Joining me now is Suzanne Trevisan, VP HR Centers of Excellence for Owens Corning, a 77-year-old manufacturer of insulation, roofing, and composites. Owens Corning has been a Fortune 500 company for 61 consecutive years. Now that's a rare track record if you know that half the companies have fallen off the 500 list in the last 15 years. Suzanne supports 15,000 employees in 26 countries. Thanks for joining us. Suzanne, it's great to have you here.
My pleasure.
Suzanne, 5 years ago, you were struggling, as so many companies were, with the limitations of an on-prem HRMS. You were doing a lot of your talent management stuff on spreadsheets. Then you got lucky, you got money, you bought some cloud applications, but you did something first that a lot of experts have talked about, but not many companies actually do. So tell us how that first got started.
I still remember the day when my boss called me excitedly into his office to inform me that we were going to be purchasing an integrated talent management system. And he wanted me to be on point for leading the project. I thought he was joking. I'm not a particularly technical person by nature, and I certainly didn't feel qualified to lead a large system implementation such as this one.
And when your hands stopped shaking, what did you do?
Well, when I figured he wasn't joking, I felt that I had to figure out a way to make this successful. Luckily, I'm a pretty collaborative person by nature, so my first instinct was to solicit the feedback and perspective and point of view from other people. I also recalled a recent conversation I had had with a couple of my HR colleagues. They had deployed a marketing innovation tool set to elicit the perspective or point of view from your customer before you go about building anything.
And so, like every good HR person, your customer was the employees, right?
Absolutely.
So what did you actually do with them?
We asked them to go out and conduct focus groups around the globe. We probably did 20 or 30 of them. We then asked them to come to our Toledo World Headquarters for about a week-long collaborative session where we could debrief on what they had learned.
And what was the most surprising thing that came out of that meeting to you?
I think the most interesting thing that I learned was just the region's genuine surprise to us investing the time in this due diligence effort. I still remember my colleague and friend at the time from Shanghai, China, Belinda Jin, just being so pleasantly surprised that we were asking for the input of the regions on the front end. I think it just wasn't something she had experienced before.
Suzanne, you guys spent an enormous amount of effort, it seems to me, moving these apps from the HR department where they used to reside to the employees. In the end, how well did it work out?
It worked out absolutely great. We found that our results were extremely good. For example, we had over 400,000 logins in the first 11 months of 2015, 50,000 of which have been unique. But I think more importantly, we can see the results in our HR metrics. Anything from lower turnover to more stability in our senior leadership ranks to our internal promotion rate, which we've seen go from about 72% to 83% in just a few short years.
Well, that's a lot of money for a company to promote from within than to go and buy it from the outside.
Absolutely. Great cost savings for us.
Suzanne, this has been an absolute pleasure, and you've given us an example of a big company that's doing absolutely leading edge HR practices, so thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
At the end of the show, please click on the red box that appears in order to subscribe, and you'll get just one email reminder so you won't miss next month's episode of Firing Line. Thank you for watching. I'm Bill Kutik.